So apparently, not only is there a Metal Gear Solid collection coming, but they're remaking Snake Eater. I've missed all of this. Oh, hey, that was some bits. But I can't. Hello?
Hello?
Hello.
Okay, that was weird.
What's up?
I thought OBS crapped itself. Hey, Gothic with 100 bits. Thanks, buddy. They're lurking celebration bits. It's a celebration. All right. Not quite a minute yet. Just let it roll for a minute.
Let it roll, but keep talking. Fight the urge to be quiet, right?
Keep rolling, 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 rolling. Demonetized. You guys remember when everyone listened to Limp Bizkit?
Yep.
And now, like,
Yeah.
if you talk to, like, modern music people, Limp Bizkit is like a joke.
Well,
I'm like, when did that happen? Like, Limp Bizkit was one of the biggest things there was for years. And now people are like, oh, I never liked Limp Bizkit. Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
at a certain point, it becomes popular to like the things that weren't popular and vice versa. Like how
The Marvel backlash.
the Marvel backlash. I I'm not getting into a debate with Dirk right now about sequels, prequels, whatever. But when the prequels came out, it was a thing, thanks to mostly Jar Jar, to be like, those sucked. And after a while, it was like it became cultured. Like, I loved them all along. No,
No,
you
you
didn't.
didn't.
You're allowed to like them now. You're allowed to like them now, but you didn't at the time. I'm sorry. So that's my point. Is again, and that's not just Star Wars. That's a lot of different franchises. At some point, it's the popular thing to do to love the things that were not popular and hate the things that were. Like, oh, like you said with Limp Bizkit, I never liked them,
Yeah.
even though,
Especially if it was a particularly broad appeal.
yeah, you got it.
Well, that added
Because you had,
a whole extra minute. Almost two. So we good to go? Dorks?
Yes.
Yeah, when I said, are we good to go, that was directed at you guys.
Yes.
I've said yes like 3 times.
And literally none of
Said
them
yes.
came through.
That's weird.
Oh my god. All right, well, here we go then.
Yes.
Now, jam. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Mana Pool. This is, as far as I can tell, episode 686 of the Mana Pool, and all the dorks are here. I was
Yay.
expecting... There we go. I was expecting some sort of celebration or something, but I just got crickets. Until Mike jumped in late. So,
Can he not hear me?
I mean, now I can.
What? Now
This
we
is
can.
Weird.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can you
was
hear
some
us?
kind of issue.
I've been talking for a while. Like when you were saying that you guys didn't say anything, and I was like, yeah, I've been. Okay, anyway, keep going. Apparently, let me know if you can't hear me anymore. Somehow.
All right, everyone. If Brian stops talking for more than 3 seconds, then tell Brian we can't hear him. So I'm Chewy. I'll let Brian talk now because I can't hear him.
Should I just do a beatbox constantly so that when the beatbox goes away, you know there's a problem? No, let's not do that.
Let's
I'm
not do
Brian,
that.
I'm the lead rambler, tangent master of the group, and I'm here to talk today about some stuff, and I'm interested in some of this stuff, and I'm more interested in others.
Awesome. Oh, damn. I'm Mike. I'm the rules guy and game lord guy, and I'm supposed to go next.
Good job.
And Dirk is muted.
We are so good at this.
We're just having a smashing good time here tonight. Did Dirk walk away?
Is he finally done with
Oh
our
man,
nonsense?
did I? I was muted. I was talking to. Oh. And I'm Dirk, the self-proclaimed greenest man alive and moral compass of the group, and I'm just here watching this train wreck. You know, I said that just a second ago, and Chewie responded as though I said something, and then the comment of, "Is Dirk muted?" And I'm going, "Oh, please tell me that that." Oh my, we're bad at this game.
We really are bad at. Can we get some bad at this game in the chat, please? Yeah, since we've got everybody here and available for the first time in what feels like forever, although I'm sure it hasn't been that long.
It's been a little bit.
Yeah.
But we're all here.
And we're, I thought, because we weren't sure if everyone was going to be here, or at least I wasn't sure, because we were going to, like, try to do something structured, and the best we could get from Mike is, I might be there. So, you know, we can't plan on something that requires all four of us, and then at the last minute be like, oh, no, we got to call an audible. So I figured, let's do something that doesn't require all four of us. So, if you'll recall, way back at GenCon.
In the faraway times of
Yeah, which GenCon was at the beginning of August, I'm pretty sure. Wizards of the Coast had a big panel where it was just essentially a big announcement day thing. And I was like, there's a bunch of stuff in there that we just haven't even thought about or talked about or probably even knew about, to be honest. So let's talk about that. And the dorks went, right. And so I get in here before the stream and I'm like, let me pull up the summation of the panel and the list of all the stuff on the Wizards website. And the Wizards website had literally the panel video on YouTube embedded on the site.
Yay.
And a small list of the sets. And that was it. And I was like, oh, son of a... So, I had to do some digging because Wizards can't be arsed to give us, like, a list of the announcements they made on what turned out to be their announcement day. But I found one on VentureBeat. Yup, VentureBeat.com. That spelled everything out in text form. There aren't very many pictures, so apologies for the video people, but you know, it's the best we could do. Everywhere else had like articles that were updated 3 days ago. I don't know what they announced I know what they announced 3 days ago. It was an upcoming release date, but they had stuff listed from the beginning of January. And I'm like, I just want the new stuff. I know when freaking March of the Machine came out. So trying to find this, thank goodness VentureBeat bothered to do what Wizards didn't. So, anyway, let's get to it.
Right.
So, we're just going to start at the top of this. Oh, the way I've got it cropped, you can't see the top. Oh, well, I'm going to start at the top of this VentureBeat article, and we're just going to scroll down and talk about whatever pops up, because I'm pretty sure this is roughly the order that the video, or the panel covered things, or revealed things, rather.
Uh-huh.
So this was part of the 30-year anniversary celebrations, a celebration at GenCon. And first up is Universes Beyond, and it's Assassin's Creed. Because you know what goes great with Magic is a company known for its sexual harassment. That's Ubisoft, by the way.
Well, they're the ones that made the Rabbids games.
Yes.
Too bad, I liked those.
And the Far Cry... Far Cry's Ubisoft, right? Yeah. And Assassin's Creed.
I don't know. I don't remember anymore. I feel like I used to know stuff.
Rayman was Ubisoft. But anyway, yeah, what we've got here is Universes Beyond and Assassin's Creed. That's just the graphic. So that's a little weird, but we'll get into that in a minute. Let's see here. Fallout is getting stuff.
Commander
Decks.
Commander Decks.
Yeah. March
I've never
of
played
next
Fallout.
year.
Yeah. But that's like post-apocalypse, right? Like
yeah,
nuclear
it's an alternate
Fallout.
history where nuclear war happened in...
Oh, like in the Cold War, or...
No.
It takes place in like
Right after World War II.
Well, like,
It
okay,
takes place.
the years don't actually matter because it's an alternate history, but the culture sort of froze around the 50s.
Okay.
But think 50s where nuclear became a reliable energy source for the public.
Yeah,
So
like all the
are
cars.
nuclear powered.
Yeah, exactly. Which is why if you're shooting at zombies in or at bandits or whatever in Fallout and they're next to a car, shoot at the car and it will explode, and then you win. But
cool. Okay. So that's
Guys,
Commander
That
Decks.
is the 2076.
Yeah, the Great War was in 2076. It was, like I said, the years themselves don't matter because the culture itself seems to have frozen around the 50s.
1950 culture.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay. I think that's why I assume the cataclysm happened right after World War II or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Fallout was originally an isometric, like very deep, Fallout 1 and 2, an isometric game that's very deep in RPG, and then Bethesda bought the rights and made the first-person games that we know now. I played the holy hell out of Fallout 3.
Yep.
I never played New Vegas, which is apparently the best one, because when it released, it was a god-awful buggy mess, like most Bethesda games. And I just...
Actually, it was not made by Bethesda.
No, but it was published by Bethesda.
Licensed it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why it was the best, because it's not made by Bethesda. And then Fallout 4 came out.
So somebody else made it, and then Bethesda turned in the homework.
Yes.
Well, like I said, Bethesda published it. Like, they just contracted, I forget the name of the studio. Was it Black Isle?
It's the same one that I think did Knights KOTOR 2.
I'm sure someone in the chat will yell at us. But, yeah, Fallout 4 was the most recent regular release. Fallout 76 is an MMO sort of train wreck that they tried to use to squeeze money out of people that flopped hard.
Obsidian Entertainment.
Obsidian, not I knew not Black Isle. Black Isle is something else entirely, but it had something black in it, like Obsidian. So yeah, there are going to be some commander decks for Fallout, which should be neat. I don't know. Oh, Fallout 1 and 2 was Interplay / Black Isle. Okay, I knew Black Isle had something to do with something, damn it.
There you go.
There you go.
Good job, man.
All these words are just bouncing around in my head, and I couldn't tell which. I don't think we know anything about the commander decks yet. Again, there are no graphics very few graphics in this article, and we were not going to sit through the probably hour-long YouTube video.
No.
I'm just not going to do that.
But I mean, I'm sure there are plenty of good designs to find there. I mean, the Warhammer 40K Universes Beyond Commander decks were a home run. They are fun and good. No qualifications or caveats there.
That is what I've heard. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't looked at any news for people talking about the Doctor Who stuff. I think that came out, right?
Did that? I don't think that came out yet. Did it?
Okay.
I think that's in this article somewhere.
Okay. I know I saw some cards from it that looked pretty cool. I just couldn't remember whether it had released.
Yeah, I'm guessing
So
they're
it's
going to
probably
do
gonna
the
be good
Fallout
too.
ones like the Warhammer ones and just have like the different factions. Like they'll almost certainly would be a Brotherhood of Steel deck. And to be perfectly honest, that's the only like faction I can think of that would warrant its own deck. Like maybe there's a Super Mutants deck. That would be pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Not the zombies, but what are they called?
What are they called? Are they called ghouls?
Ghouls. There'd be a ghoul deck, which would be, like you said, a zombie deck.
Got any sugar bombs? There was one ghoul in Fallout 3 who had like a Radiant Quest thing where you could just constantly bring him cereal, sugar bombs, and he would give you money or something for it. I don't remember, but that's how he would greet you. Got any sugar bombs? And Scott latched onto that when he lived here, and he would just randomly ask me, "You got any sugar bombs?" And I'm like, "Get away from me." But anyway, so it says it's going to bring the Wasteland's many colorful factions to Magic the Gathering so that players can recreate some of Fallout's most famous and outlandish moments. So hopefully we'll be able to like launch a group of UFO cultists in a rocket until they explode. I think that was from Fallout 4. But so yeah, that's cool. What else do we have here? Oh yeah, they're doing something Final Fantasy.
Right.
It says a tentpole booster release.
Yeah. This one I'm actually really interested in because when they announced this, I kind of thought, okay, it'll be like a secret lair drop. Like, isn't that how they did Stranger Things back in the day?
Yeah.
And The Walking Dead. So I thought, okay, well, I haven't bought any secret lairs, so will I for Final Fantasy? I don't know. But if they're doing this like they are doing
Lord of the Rings,
how they did the D&D set and the Lord of the Rings set, that I could be all down with. The Lord of the D&D set I think was standard legal, right? Whereas the Lord of the Rings was not. But according to this article, it says it will also be able to play digitally.
Well, wait.
Everybody just stopped talking at the same time. What happened?
His mic said, "Well, wait."
Yeah, it's well, no, I think we were trying to listen for you because you keep cutting out, Brian.
Do I? Dang it!
Oh, he's not cutting out on my end.
Yeah.
I'm sitting still over here. But I imagine this will be
probably my problem.
I imagine this will be more like the Lord of the Rings because I don't know if they'll necessarily want to incorporate these characters and things into standard. I guess we'll wait and find out. But this sounds like an actual.
No, there's no wait and find out. This is not going to be standard legal.
Okay. But it sounds like a full set that I can draft. So
yeah,
sold. Says that it will be where I thought I said on here that it was like from the original Final Fantasy to all the way up through Final Fantasy 16. So yeah, I want to see a Golbez card. I want to see like all the various Sids. I want to see how they're gonna do various Sids. They're probably
Yeah.
gonna pick one, aren't they?
I want there to be a Wrath of God variant that is Kefka destroying the world.
That would be sick. One where the bad guy wins, at least. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I love Final Fantasy. I love Magic. So I mean, what else do you need to say? You know?
Yeah, I mean, this is clearly going to be their big Universes Beyond release in 2025, just like Lord of the Rings was this year.
I remember when they originally announced this. They announced it at pretty much the same time as the Magic 30, and it was kind of like, hey, we're doing Final Fantasy, but also, hundreds of dollars for proxies. So it was kind of drowned out.
I had no idea they announced it back then. Wow.
Well, that because this got overshadowed. You made a point of saying at the time, how on earth do you announce we're partnering with Final Fantasy and everybody doesn't have an extremely positive reaction because you completely overshadow it with this other much worse decision. Yeah. I remember what Chewie says.
That makes one of us. So yeah, again, it's going to be like Lord of the Rings, so we're probably going to lose our minds when it comes out, assuming we're still podcasting in 2 years. So it'll be awesome, I'm sure, because the Lord of the Rings taught me that as long as they have people what care, then the sets they make are going to be just insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Final Fantasy is one of those things
it'll still be fun.
that people care about. Like, I'm playing through Final Fantasy 2 on stream right now on Fridays, and the only reason I'm doing that is because I want to play through all of the Pixel remasters, the ones I love and the ones I've never touched. So usually I don't want to go back and play games that are pretty universally denoted as bad.
Looking forward to starting 2. I'm just in the middle of 6 right now, and I'm watching Sam do 4. But 2 is absolutely on my list.
Yeah,
I actually have not watched any of your. I have not watched any of your streams on it because I kind of want to go into it fresh. It's like the only one I've never actually played, so I'm looking forward to it. Even though everybody is like, it's the worst one, but I don't care. I'm gonna do it.
I mean, it was the worst one. The Pixel remaster fixes all the problems, so.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Sweet.
That's all it says is Fallout and Final Fantasy.
And it says Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, we've got the Assassin's Creed logo, but they haven't. There's nothing in this article that tells us what that'll be. So that's interesting. Unless that shows up later, that might show up later, and they just wanted to lead off with Fallout and Final Fantasy to get the crowd on their side. Which, I mean, that makes sense. So, alright, that's then Wilds of Eldraine, which we've done now. Here we go, Doctor Who is in October.
Doctor Who?
Yeah.
Okay,
Do you need
there we go.
the release dates?
I mean, I don't. They're on the screen. What?
Oh, okay.
It says October 13th
Yeah.
this year.
So what is this? More commander decks, I think? Yeah, four more commander decks.
4 commander decks, yeah. So I'm not a Doctor Who fan, but that's not to say I don't respect it, because I know there are people that, for them, this is definitive sci-fi. And it's been around for how long? Like...
Well, it says 60 years in the article.
60 years. Yeah, that's probably accurate.
Yeah, so long that some of the first few series have been lost because they were produced during a time when, TV stations didn't think it was important to save that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
I'm almost like, I've heard good things about it, but I'm kind of afraid to even get into it because knowing me, I'd want to watch all of it, and that's not really an option. Not only is it not an option, but like just an option, but it's been around so long. I don't know that I have that many years left in my life to get caught up. I'm sure I can read summaries, but ugh.
There
So
was It was a few years ago. I think PBS had started running it again on like Saturday nights or something, and my dad had got into watching it because I remember he would watch it when PBS would run it back when I was a kid. I I was visiting one weekend and sat down and watched a couple episodes with him, and it's like Star Trek turned up to 11.
But with a way lower
It's
budget.
wild.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Star Trek turned up to 11 with a budget turned down to 4. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, it's not just Planet of the Week. It's like alternate universe of the week sometimes.
yeah.
Yep.
And like I've never been a Who fan because at the height of the Doctor Who, reboot thing when like David Tennant and Matt Smith were the Doctors, Doctor Who fans were just insufferable.
Mhm.
So I was like, I hate you all so much that I'm never going to watch this. And I never have. And now no one cares anymore. They made a female doctor and everything, and nobody cares anymore. I guess that means that Doctor Who fans aren't insufferable anymore, so I probably could watch it, but eh.
Yeah, maybe.
I did watch the first episode of the new stuff. Crap, what was his name?
Doctor Who?
Yeah, but the actor that was before David Tennant. I can see his face, but his name is completely fallen off.
Eddie Redmayne.
Eddie Redmayne. No, wait. Doctor Who before
Eric
David
Idle.
Tennant. Eccleston. Christopher Eccleston. There we go.
Mm.
And I watched the first episode of that with Dustin and Kim back when I was unemployed and they had adopted me. And we all watched it and it was over and we went, hey, you want to watch another one? And all three of us were like, no, not really. So, I've been told, oh, it gets way better. I'm sure it does. I don't care that much. But the only thing I think also that like the Doctor Who theme back in the 90s, because I would get up in the morning and I would get a bowl of cereal or a Pop-Tart or something and I would watch Transformers on Sci-Fi. Back when it was SCI FI, like the Sci-Fi channel.
Yeah.
And I would watch Transformers while I ate my cereal or my Pop-Tart, and then the Doctor Who music would play, and that would mean I had to go to school.
So now you have a psychological, like, oh, gotta get up and leave?
Yeah, so now
Like
I just hate Doctor Who.
Like a Pavlov sort of response.
Pretty much, yeah. That like
It's very distinctive. It was, I mentioned my dad would watch it when I was a little kid. And then years and years after that, I would hear that theme. That theme would pop into my head every once in a while, and I had no idea what it was. And it probably wasn't until high school that I rediscovered what it was actually from. I'm like, oh my God.
yeah,
Nice.
that sounds about
So
right.
this is good. So this is gonna be 4 commander decks.
Four Commander
Doctor
decks
Who.
and the TARDIS showcase frame treatments and serialized Doctor cards, like the One Ring and the Elvish Ring and the Dwarven rings and all of that, are going to be in collector boosters. Collector boosters of what? I'm not sure. Are they making collector boosters of Doctor Who?
But this is commander decks.
Then it would probably be in collector boosters of whatever normal
The
set is
contemporary
releasing around
set
the
is.
same time. Yeah, they've done that with other commander decks. Not with the Universes Beyond stuff. Not yet, I don't think. Well, maybe with Lord of the Rings. But that was in Lord of the Rings collector boosters for the set. So I don't know. I guess they have plans.
I guess they have plans.
Who knows? Yeah.
Maybe each commander deck will have a different doctor in it.
That would
There'll
only
be
be 4
a
doctors.
red,
Haven't there been
red
like
white
14
doctor.
or something?
There'll be a black blue doctor.
I think there's one deck that's like, there are 4 decks if I remember correctly. There's one deck that's all the villains. And the other 3 decks are like doctors from different ranges of time, I think.
Oh, so we'll have like the early doctors, and then like the middle 70s and 80s doctors, and then like the from Eccleston on
the
doctors.
Modern doctors. Yeah, I think that's how it's set up.
I know there have been other articles, and Gavin Verhey has been like losing his mind over this because I think this is his baby. Mm-hmm. I assume it is, given that before I finally unfollowed him on Twitter, that's all I saw from him was just Doctor Who, Doctor Who, Doctor Who, Doctor Who, Doctor Who, Doctor Who. So I really hope it's his baby. Otherwise, he's just the biggest cheerleader for this project ever. But all right, moving on. Hey, Lost Caverns of Ixalan, which it was just announced come out November something. Somebody want to Google that real quick? But yeah, we're returning to Ixalan.
Pirates and dinosaurs and,
yeah,
more pirates and dinosaurs.
What was the other thing? It was pirates, dinosaurs, and
conquistadors.
Vampire conquistadors.
Yep.
Yeah.
This was the first set that to actually. This was the first set where I actually kind of liked Jace because he kind of got a lot of the stick out of his butt because he had amnesia from fighting Nicol Bolas. So that kind of worked. And Vraska was big in this set too. And this is kind of interesting from a story perspective because they are 2 of the only planeswalkers that are unaccounted for after March of the Machine. So not sure what's going on with them. This may not hit on them at all. But I like Ixalan.
Yeah. And it's November 17th. I just Googled it myself when none of the dorks said anything. I assume they didn't bother.
You got it. I had faith in you.
Thanks.
But
I assumed someone else was handling it.
So it's interesting because this was Ixalan last time was a 2-block set. And the first one was about looking for the city. Yeah, did I say 2-block set? Oops. Yeah. 2-set block. The first set was about looking for the city and exploration and all that. And the second set was about everybody kind of basically found the city and you had like the city's blessing and all that. So now I'm curious to see what are we doing here? Like, what's the story?
Something Lost Caverns. Something.
That one Sphinx guy, Azor, who started the Azorius, is stuck there. So
yes.
That could be funny. And of course, they are doing a collaboration with Jurassic World because it's 30 years since Jurassic Park. I remember being in 7th or 8th grade when Jurassic Park came out.
I took a date to see it. Well, the old man took me and a date to go see Jurassic Park. So yeah, there's going to be, I guess, renamed cards sort of like Godzilla, maybe?
That's what I'm picturing, if they're saying that it's a collaboration with it, but it's not a Jurassic World, Jurassic Park set. Yeah. So that's exactly what I was picturing when you said that. I'm like, oh, here's these cards and these creatures and other things, but you'll get a special showcase treatment of it in some boosters where instead of, Morgoth, Tyrant of whatever, it'll be a T-Rex.
Yeah. And it's entirely possible, but by the time anybody hears this, you'll know this already because chat has just informed me that Ixalan's going to be part of the previews from the MagicCon Las Vegas tomorrow. So
Tomorrow. All right.
it's entirely possible that they've revealed all this by the time anybody, except for the people that are here live, hear this.
Yeah. Because, November's only 2 months away, so...
Let's
after
see.
that? Ravnica Remastered?
Is
So
this,
this is not...
Is this an arena thing?
It's not a brand new set, like here's new cards. It's a remastered collection of cards from Ravnica. So, includes...
It says it includes cards from each Ravnica block.
Ravnica block, yeah. So,
So I don't know if this is an arena-only thing, or... Because this doesn't specify in this article.
yeah.
Yeah, I know Tempest Remastered was online only, but didn't Time Spiral Remastered get a physical release too?
I think
Hell,
it did.
I don't know.
I guess we'll find out. We're talking Q1 of 2024, so...
Yeah. And apparently that's also on the docket for tomorrow, so... More information will be available after the MagicCon announcements. Now, this next thing is what leads me to believe that Ravnica Remastered is only going to be either digital or just like a thing for collectors or people that want to draft or something. Because Murders at Karlov Manor is a weird... It's not a Magic set. I don't even think it's Magic cards.
But it says in Murders at Karlov Manor.
Is it another?
It says players will experience Ravnica through the eyes of its keenest detectives, but it's named Murders at Karlov Manor, which. Oh wait! Oh, never mind. Ha ha! I was thinking Markov. Never mind. Ha 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 ha. No, for a minute I was like, "Wow, they really need to get someone to edit this."
They are on the wrong plane.
Yeah,
Murder's so devious they had to call in detectives from another plane.
But yeah, it says it's Magic's take on the detective genre with clues, secrets, hidden identities, and mysteries to unravel. It's a top-down archetypal whodunit murder mystery. Is this a Magic set? Or is this a separate...
It's another venture into board games?
I don't know, because the fact that they said top-down archetypal whodunit murder mystery makes me think that it's a Magic set. Because top-down design based on an archetypal whodunit murder mystery. But then it says fans will need to use their sleuthing skills to solve an innovative puzzle to escape. What?
Yeah.
This is just weird. And
maybe it's a digital game. Maybe it's a
then
digital VR game. There you
you
go.
look at,
wait a
you
minute.
look
Hang
at
on.
the next thing.
Hang on. Wait. A bit. Oh, no, this is 2025. I was going to say, let me go back. Okay, here we go. It is a set. If we go back to the 2024 thing on the Wizards page, Ravnica Remastered is apparently a physical release because it's listed on here. And then Murders at Karlov Manor is listed here, and then Fallout. All for Q1 of 2024. So there you go. I think that's the name of the full, like the set, the standard legal set. And I think I was getting confused because of Ravnica Clue Edition listed right below it, which I remember reading about. So Ravnica Clue Edition is a standalone game, but it's like a board game that's like a mix of Magic and Clue? Or is it just Clue with Magic pants on?
Because
it's not Clue Ravnica Edition. It's Ravnica Clue Edition, which makes my brain come to a screeching halt.
Like, for Clue, like, everyone and their mother has had a Clue edition. Like, you can go to Target and get Clue, like, Cupcake edition. There are a bajillion Clues. So I feel like you're right. The distinction is important.
All right, Shifuji says it's not Clue with magic pants on. Okay. Wait a minute. Does Hasbro own Clue?
Probably.
Who owns Clue? Clue is a menstrual health app developed by the Berlin-based technology company. No, not that Clue. Different Clue. Who owns Cluedo? Hasbro. Okay, yeah. This is Hasbro doing some cross-marketing thing. So it's not just Clue wearing magic pants, but they want to get magic people and Clue people both on board, I guess.
Okay.
So it is its own kind of board game type thing. And is not just Clue with Professor Plum swapped out for Jay Spillaren. Okay, good. Oh, well, probably not good, but okay. Oh man, I was at Ed McKay's.
I was just about to make a joke. When you're hellbent, Professor Plum.
I was at Ed McKay's with Renee because she'd never been there a couple days ago, or a week ago, or a month ago, whenever the hell it was, and I found that miniatures board game thing there on sale for I think it was $19.99. Like someone had traded it in. $24.99. It was. I thought about getting a picture and then I didn't, so now I have no idea how much it was. But you guys remember the miniatures game that we played? That one of you owns? I forget which one. Probably Brian.
I think I got it and Mike got it. I still use the terrain from that for some D&D games.
Ha!
Yeah.
I ended up with 2 copies of it because later I found a version on Amazon that was like the special Walmart version with some extra stuff. So what you saw in Ed McKay's might have been mine that I gave to them.
That's hilarious.
It's hilarious, yes.
But I saw that and was like, oh, look, this is when Magic tried to do not card game and only 4 people cared.
I thought it was fun.
I tried it. It was
fine.
difficult to follow some of the rules, I think. So
it was
not
difficult
always
to follow
intuitive.
several of the rules. Yeah.
Huh. All right, well, so I guess we'll find out more about that at some point. Then we've got the Fallout decks that we talked about already. And then the next standard legal set, the Outlaws of Thunder Junction, which sounds super hot. That's not even a joke. That just sounds sexy. And it's going to be
Thunderdome, 2-men enter sort of vibes.
No, I think it's like a Western.
Okay.
Oh, it says, yeah, it's an action-packed frontier fantasy that reimagines the Western genre. So it's going to be a magic-flavored Western. Which is,
cool.
Yeah, that's neat. And again, if we go back to the Wizards thing here, you can see the weird magical cowboy hat guy. So that's neat. Oh, and then we have Assassin's Creed. Here we go, which is... It doesn't say.
Well, it calls it a set, so...
The Assassin's Creed set features all Assassin's Creed games released to date, with mechanically unique cards and reprints that feature new artwork. So I guess it's going to be the big full set for 2024, since Final Fantasy's 25?
I guess so.
Weird.
So are they going to be? Is this indicative of like some kind of Universes Beyond booster set every year?
Oh, I mean, I don't think that was ever a question once they got started.
Mm-hmm.
Unless Lord of the Rings sold really badly and then they had to start altering future plans. But it didn't, as far as I know. So, yay, Assassin's Creed, I guess? I don't know. I stopped playing Assassin's Creed after 2. Like, I played 1 and I was like, this is really good. And then I played 2 and I went, this game is really good, but I hate this world and the story. And I own the 2 follow-ups to Assassin's Creed 2, Brotherhood and Revelations, I think, and never played them. Because I did not care. And they've just kept going.
Origins was fun.
I don't even know which one that is.
It's one Ancient Egypt. Ancient Egypt.
Oh, was that the open world one?
More or less, yeah.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Was it?
I mean, I came back to it and played it some more. But
Wow.
the universe itself is kind of weird and trippy.
Yeah, once I found all of the whatever things and there was a story about Adam and Eve were aliens or something, I was like, I don't think I care anymore. It's like I think I'm good on this world. Thanks, Ubisoft. I wonder if there will be any cards about covering up sexual harassment. Modern Horizons 3 comes out in 2024. We all know what Modern Horizons are. No one cares. Yeah, exactly. Okay, then we've got Bloomborough, which will be the third big like standard legal set, which looks like it's gonna be like Redwall, but in Magic.
That's the vibe I'm getting too. Doesn't hurt that there's a
Pretty
mouse
appealing.
with a sword. So yeah.
Yeah, it says
Magic
there's
doesn't
no
include
humans
at all.
Yeah, no humans, and includes a bold adventuring party of anthropomorphic animal friends like squirrels, frogs, rabbits, and rats that will need to band together on an important quest. So
The last set that I remember they made a point of no humans was Lorwyn Block. And even that technically had humans, but it wasn't, not really, because of the
yeah, they were just planeswalkers released in the set.
well, I meant the things that break the trivia questions. The
Oh, the changelings.
yeah.
Shut up, Brian.
There were humans in the set. They just also happened to be donkeys, Vidalkin, everything. Uncle Istvins. So.
But Bloomborough, I think not having humans and just having a whole fantasy ass world will be a nice change.
Yes.
Yeah, it's good.
Plus, it's got like a firewolf here that this little mouse with a cape made out of a leaf, I would like to point out. Oh my god, so cute. I might vomit. So I think that'll be fun. A nice change of pace from all of the misery that Magic is. Although honestly, Outlaws of Thunder Junction also looks fun. And Murders at Karlov Manor is Ravnica again, but through a completely different lens, it looks, hopefully.
Yeah.
Because I love Ravnica to death, but having to do guilds every single time we go back is like, yeah, all right, I get it. I wonder if there still will?
No, no. We haven't been back since Nicol Bolas tore it up, so... But at the same time, if you go back and you don't have guilds, like, then they're going to have some very heavy lifting to do to really give it a new identity. Because people are going to be like, other letters, you know?
But oh well. It looks like 2024, they're trying to do different stuff. Which I appreciate. And then there's Duskmorn, which is the final set, I think, for standard legal releases. It's called Duskmorn House of Horror. And it's going to take place in a haunted mansion and draw inspiration from 1980s era horror movies, games, and media. Hell yes, Jason Voorhees. You can't trust people named Jason, but you can trust that one to lop your arm off with a machete. So I have no idea how that's going to work. Like, the set takes place in a haunted mansion? What?
I don't know.
Chifuji said one of the arts has a dude in a t-shirt. Wow, that is 80s. So...
Big hair and unnecessary nudity.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, my God, dude. Back when I did watch parties on Twitch, you know, I think it was during 2020 and maybe 2021. I have no concept of the passage of time. Anytime we would watch an 80s movie, there was always a boob, at the very least. No matter what the movie was, unless it was a kid's movie, there was a boob. And I'd be watching on Twitch, and I'd be like, oh, there's the boob. All right. That's not awkward, to be watching this movie with the audience and there be boobs. So let's hope Duskmorn has unnecessary nudity. That'll be
It was
great.
like random nudity in Dragon Slayer.
Yeah, because it's just what you did. Like, every movie had nudity and or a sex scene. Usually nudity in a sex scene, but not necessarily. Sometimes there's a sex scene and there was other nudity.
Catering to the target audience.
And like these days, if there's a hint of a sex scene in a movie, people are like, oh, why is that even necessary? I'm like, have you guys never watched a movie before?
Especially from the 80s.
Right?
Not.
Especially from the 80s.
Were there boobs
There was
in
random
Jaws?
nudity
I
in
don't think there
Airplane.
were. What was that, Mike?
So there was random nudity in Airplane. It was just everywhere. All movies.
God, there was. Anyway. Okay, so that's all of 2024. So we've got we got Doctor Who, we got Ixalan. Those are 2023. 2024 is a weird Clue Ravnica, and then Ravnica Clue, and Fallout, and then Cowboys, and then Assassin's Creed, and then Modern Horizons, and then Redwall, and then the horror movies. That's a hell of a tone whiplash there, isn't it?
Yeah.
So next year will be weird. 2025, we've got Innistrad Remastered. Just more
Is
Innistrad.
remastered. Yep. More
Uh,
Innistrad and more remastered.
Yeah.
This one actually will be Markov Manor, not Karlov.
Then we got Final Fantasy that we already talked about.
Yep.
Oh, and Final Fantasy will be on Arena, so I know Brian just perked up.
They already said that earlier. So.
Yeah. And then we have sets whose names haven't been released yet, but we've got ideas. So Codename Tennis is a death race, a multiplanar death race. So it's a card game about racing and magic.
I don't know if I love this or hate it. I mean, this is not what I expected out of Magic, but I also applaud them for thinking outside the box. The game's been around for 30 years, so I am cautiously optimistic.
I think what we're seeing here is the pendulum swinging away from like the long story again after having the long stories for the last several years.
Yeah.
I mean, there
Intro
might be
stories.
a story that works its way through all these, but just from what we've got, uh, maybe
Seems
not.
more
Yeah, pendulum swinging from high fantasy to ghostly goat man and a sweet ass skull car.
I just want, this, ghost goat guy is like revving. And then what I want, this is in my head, two cars pull up on either side of him. One of them is Vin Diesel from the first Fast and Furious, and he just kind of rolls down the window. He's like, "Sup?" And on the other side is Nicol Bolas in like a Bigfoot monster truck sort of thing, and he's wearing shades, but he does the thing where he looks down and he tilts the shades down with the one finger claw, and it's like, we doing this? I don't know why I love this so much, but
Oh, that's
gotta do it.
amazing.
If we're embracing the 80s horror film, we might as well also embrace, other 80s cliches.
And
Like
then on
the
the other side
montage.
of Nicol Bolas is Vin Diesel from the last Fast and the Furious movie.
Where they're like jumping cars over like space stations
Zeppelin.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the Toretto from the first movie way over there looks over the goat guy's car and under Nicol Bolas' monster truck to see Dominic Toretto there, and they look at each other and they go, family.
For family. Yeah, there's got to be something about family. And the goat guy is like, I had a family. And then somebody revs an engine. Come on, guys, we're writing this story.
That's the trailer
for
right
you.
there. I had a family, and then someone goes, no, 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 and then it flashes up, codename Tennis, or whatever the real name is.
Yeah.
Oh, God. All right, so then we have codename Tarkir. I'll be told codename Ultimate, which is a return to Tarkir. But there's a dragon. So they're clearly doing some shenanigans with something to have dragons back.
Well,
Dragons are back.
dragons were
That's
back.
where they left it.
Oh, wait, no, yeah, the dragons were there. It was the wedge colors that they screwed up.
Right. They complained that they went from a more unique setting to, oh, it's a world with dragons. And I'm okay with that, but that they went from something that was more unique to something that was much more traditional.
Yeah, and also mechanically unique, what with the wedges,
Yeah.
as opposed to the shards, and to something that was also very standard with the two colored things.
Yeah.
But we're going back to Tarkir, which is cool. Like, big dragons are neat, especially when the big dragons wear people as necklaces.
Yep.
You guys remember that?
I do remember that.
All right, what have we got? Now we've got codename
Yeah.
Volleyball. What? The set, currently codenamed Volleyball, takes place in space and immerses players into a science fiction space opera. So, Mass
Are we
Effect?
just throwing out words now? Like, still remaining cautiously optimistic, but space science fiction space opera.
Yeah, Mass Effect, right?
I was kind of thinking Space Jam. The one with
What?
Michael Jordan.
I'm pretty sure it's from the Elemental or the Fifth Element.
Multi-pass.
So if it's gonna be a space opera,
Multi-pass. I I had a friend in high school who swore up and down that Fifth Element was better than Star Wars.
That
And
friend was an idiot.
I think
They
he was
try.
trying to make.
Wait, was it one of you? Because you're an idiot.
No, I didn't know you guys in high school.
Oh, it's
so
true,
no,
yeah.
By definition.
But like, the first, I think, 2 times I saw The Fifth Element, I just hated it. I'm like, this is stupid. There was a word in there that I can't say on the show before the word stupid. This is freaking stupid. And then at some point, I watched it again, and I was like, okay, now I get it. I still don't especially like it, but I get it. Like, I think I do like it, yeah. And especially the space opera singer.
Yeah.
What were you saying there, Dirk? I'm sorry.
Oh, I think it's a fun movie, but if you're looking for this is the best thing, this is an amazing movie and everything. No, it's just, do you want to watch a fun space movie? Yeah, sure.
Yeah. It's like Star Wars before it got all self-serious, but even sillier.
Yeah, that's accurate.
I really did hate it, like the first couple of times I watched it, though. It's like, what is this crap? I don't hate it anymore. Thinking on it now, yeah,
It's kind of like what if things. It's like, what if the.
Sorry, Mike's got to get his hard drive to spin up so he can finish that sentence.
Yeah, something's wrong. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, it's almost like, what if the ridiculous things that already exist in the real world just got even more ridiculous in the future, and that kind of makes it like believable and accessible. You know, it's kind of.
I still feel like it was a horrible waste of. Oh God. Why can I not remember actors' names all of a sudden?
Bruce Willis,
No. The bad guy.
Gary Oldman.
Gary Oldman,
yeah,
thank
Gary
you.
Oldman.
He was just a weird guy with plastic on his head, and then he exploded. And I was like,
It's a really unique film in that the central protagonist and the antagonist never actually confront each other, which at the time I was like, oh, and then later I was like, interesting choice, I guess. So.
Yeah. What was that, Mike?
No, that was just me. Yeah.
Okay.
Making noises like that.
All right. So that's our science fiction. Man, that was awkward. That's the second time in the last couple of let's see, 3 or 4 days that my computer is just randomly blue screened, and I don't know why. So that's terrifying. Mike, what did you just say?
He just kind of hummed, right?
What did
He's roboting.
He is, yeah.
Dear Lord, are we just cursed tonight?
I mean,
4 of us are here. It was bound to happen.
Yeah, that was. Yeah.
Yeah, what?
Was all. Man. Network. So. It's probably something here. Maybe I need to do this from downstairs.
Wow.
Or the
Oh
router.
dear lord. How close are we to being done with this announcement? We were just about to talk about wrestling, right?
Yeah, we're very close to the end. All right. Well, let's just push through and hopefully Mike will make it work. Hopefully. So, okay, here we go.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry about that. My computer blue screened for no reason. So, oh, and Mike's Discord just restarted. Okay then. Well, maybe he'll jump back in on his phone. Hopefully. So, okay, we finished volleyball. So, after that, before something else awful happens, we've got codename wrestling, which is Lorwyn. We're going back to Lorwyn.
Oh, good.
And that's literally all we've got. So, yeah. But that's awesome. Because we all love Lorwyn. I mean, we all love Lorwyn. I don't know about we all being everybody, but that's fine.
Yeah, I'm happy to be going back to Lorwyn.
Yeah.
Yep.
So then we have codename Yachting. Yachting?
Yep.
I hate that word because it's spelled yacht, but it's yacht. And so yachting sounds like you're making a Seinfeld reference. Yachting. But yachting is a return to Strixhaven on Arcavios, which is cool. I guess. I don't know what else to say about that other than, hey, we're going back to Strixhaven. More options,
Woo-hoo.
more better. And apparently these two don't have anything to add either.
I said Yahoo. Did you not hear me?
Yeah, I heard that, but that was it.
Okay. I mean,
Oh,
I'm probably more excited for Lorwyn than I am for Strixhaven.
Mike's
I never
internet
got
connection
to-
has dropped completely now.
Yeah, so now I'm on my phone.
Oh, God.
Um,
Oh, that scared me. Hey, buddy.
hey, yes, I never really got to experience Strixhaven for real the first time around. So it was during a period of time when I was stuck at home and not buying Magic. So
Sam and I did an at-home pre-release, and that was it. And it was on Arena, but it's not the same.
I don't think I bought any Strixhaven. I know we talked about it, but that was about all I ever did with it.
Yeah, we came up with our schools, and that's all I have for Strixhaven. Hey, Mike, you excited to be going back to Lorwyn?
oh yeah, I'm really neat to see what's happening.
Yeah. See, like, with no more information, that's all we can say is sweet. And so then we have ziplining, which apparently I was wrong. It says Magic fans can expect an epic conclusion to the multi-year story arc that began in Wilds of Eldraine. So all of these sets are apparently still part of some sort of full story arc thing. So the pendulum did not swing at all, it turns out.
Never mind. But notice they're not telling us where it is or anything like that. Because
I get the feeling that's going to be story related somehow, probably.
that's what I'm thinking too, yeah.
But it began in Wilds of Eldraine. So it's probably going to have something to do with the With the portals, the whatever they're called.
I'm guessing that too. World Pass.
Omen Pass, I think.
Omen Pass.
Yeah, that. All right, and then there's something here that I've never heard anyone talk about: the new Secret Lair Commander deck.
I've been getting ads for this in my email for this Angels thing.
The new 100 card commander deck, Angels, they're just like us but cooler and with wings.
I like how they specify it's a 100 card commander deck.
Well, it's not a Magic website, so...
That's true. Okay. I withdraw that stupid comment.
I mean, I thought that too. It's like, isn't that redundant? Well, this isn't necessarily just for Magic players on this website, a VentureBeat. So, yeah. So it'll be an Angels thing. Oh, it went on sale August 10th. Oh, well, no wonder no one's talked about it, because it's probably done by now.
Oh, it might be, yeah. Pre-order period might already
10th, yeah.
Yeah, because this happened on August 5th, or at least that's when the article went up. So they announced this at GenCon as a thing that was coming immediately. So, whatever, no longer care. So yeah, the next 2 years are going to be a trip for Magic.
Mm-hmm.
Final Fantasy, Death Race, Tarkir, science fiction space opera, back to Lorwyn, back to Strixhaven.
And more murder mysteries than you can shake a stick at, apparently.
Lame.
Very strange. Hey! And apparently I'm allergic to murder mysteries and stick shaking. Ow. So, yeah, we're a little late on this, but I thought it would be a good thing for us to just take a look at all of this just nonsense. Only some of which I had paid attention to ahead of time. So what's the new thing that you think you would most look forward to out of this, other than Final Fantasy? What was that? Hey, Mike just resubbed for the 42nd month. Said Colonel Mustard and Ravnica with a shaken stick.
I would say, for me, probably returning to Lorwyn.
Sorry. That's why I said new thing. Like what? Like non-return, non-Final Fantasy. Like which of these new locations do you think sounds the neatest?
Some of these are so broad. Maybe the Red Wall looking one. Maybe. But again, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with volleyball.
I don't even remember which one that is. Oh, this is the space opera. Yeah, the Fifth Element. Gotcha.
I'm just curious as to what that's going to be. Because is it going to be like Starfield? Here's these couple planets.
It's going to release with bugs.
Volcano planet. Warp Speed will be a blue card.
The thing that'll be great if it's like Starfield is that modders will fix all the problems within days of it releasing.
Mm-hmm.
That was funny, and if you don't get it, then ask your friend who plays Bethesda games. How about you, Mike? What sounds the best to you? You think?
Let's see. Bloomborough setting, I'm most interested to see.
Yep.
To see the execution of. Of course, there's something inherently exciting in the dart for tennis. I want to see what that crazy bastard nutso thing is going to be.
Yeah. I think I am most interested, other than Bloomborough, which was already said. I think my next one is going to be Duskmorn. Like, I want to know what 80s era horror movies. What? How? What? And then Outlaws of Thunder Junction, just because I'm not a huge fan of like traditional westerns, but things that are a spin on westerns make me happy. You know, like the first season of The Mandalorian was 100% a western.
I can bring you in warm, or I can bring you in cold.
See?
Yep. Oh yeah.
Pretty sure I've heard Clint Eastwood say that multiple times.
Not even in movies, just like, sir, this is a Wendy's.
So
he's like, I was talking to my burger.
Frosty then, yeah. You know they got rid of vanilla Frosties? Those monsters.
They did?
The one I went to, I had not been to a Wendy's in a while, and I went to one 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I was like, vanilla, can I get a vanilla Frosty? And they're like, no. And I looked up at the menu, I'm like, because you're no longer offering it. Okay.
Yeah, their secondary flavor cycles out. There was a strawberry one for a little while, and right now there's a pumpkin spice one. I actually got one recently. Hey, it was good. It was flavored really nicely. It even felt like there was some like graham cracker taste in there too. I thought it was tasty. She let me try some of hers.
I'm just not like a fan of the pumpkin spice flavor, so.
Are you one of those guys that you don't really love it when you get into fall and everything is, pumpkins and apples?
I mean, fall is like my favorite time of year, so. No, I just don't like the taste of pumpkin spice. I'm not sure how it became so ubiquitous. Like, I'm gonna blame like Starbucks, because that seems like a thing to do. But I don't know when that happened. Like, when pumpkin spice became a thing. It's either Starbucks or like social media. Like when did Mariah Carey become synonymous with Christmas? She did like a Christmas album and she has that one song, but now like meme culture has her as like the harbinger of Christmas time, and I don't understand that either. Like, I mean, I get where the jokes are coming from, but I don't know how that happened. It's the same with pumpkin spice. Like, I don't know how pumpkin spice became like the harbinger of autumn. Like, okay.
Well, that's all the announcements, right? Do we still want to do this other thing that we've got prepared in the next 10 to 15 minutes, or does Dirk need to go to sleep?
I don't know. Do we risk it? Did you understand what he just said?
I think he said, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Mike, was that a no, or was that a I don't know?
That was I don't know. What's
I kind of like to do it, but I'm not going to press you guys to do it.
Oh, well. Chat, you want to do a Mad Lib? Of course, chat's going to say yes, but it's going to take them a minute to respond. So we'll just sit here and goof off for a minute. I don't know what's going on with my computer. I don't know what's going on with Mike's internet. Everything sucks all the time.
Apparently, when I was falling off, although I haven't fallen off, I didn't know that it was happening. Like, a lot of times I can tell when it's happening. I did not know it was happening this time. Doesn't sound like it's happened in a while. It sounds like it's been mostly you and Mike. And Dirk's been rock solid. Good job, Dirk.
If he could
When I
remember
haven't
to
muted
unmute.
myself, that
Yeah.
is.
Nobody in the chat is responding, so
I think we should probably hold off on that.
Yeah.
it does seem like
I don't know if our
seem,
luck is gonna hold out.
Everything just
it does seem like we're poking the bear a bit. So that's fine. I just always love to do these. I hadn't written one in a while, but it's not going anywhere. It's not. I will say this: it's not super topical. So.
Well, that's good. So how about we cut our losses and we don't risk it, and we will do a Mad Lib at some point in the near future.
That sounds actually like a plan. So let's
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Okay.
So how about some sorry for the short episode, but I mean extenuating circumstances. So how about some final thoughts there, my dorks?
Hey, so for me, final thoughts. Work's been a bit crazy lately, but not too bad. And I was telling these guys before the show, I'm actually feeling pretty good about things. For some parts of the last year, it's just felt like a lot of stress. But somewhere in the last 2 weeks or so, I think I finally got a handle on things, and I'm feeling okay. So, yeah, I'm actually doing all right. I'm enjoying doing pixel remasters of the Final Fantasies with my daughter. We've been playing some Lorcana because we did manage to actually grab cards, and we did not have to enact satanic rituals or, meet people in parking lots in the dead of night for shady stuff. I happened to be at a Walmart at just the right time. So, and we actually went to a league and played with other people for the first time last week at a local game store in Thomasville, Out of the Box Gaming. Had not been there before. Well, that is where I did the pre-release for Wilds, but so now I've been there twice. But super chill group of people, several kids there playing, so that was really cool. Just need to get more product out to more people that aren't scalpers.
But that's an evergreen statement.
It is. So, but anyway, so I'm doing great. That's me, and it is 10:07. I did get, if we're signing off here, I did get an email a little while ago that I do need to respond to. So I'm gonna go ahead and sign off and wish everybody a happy evening. Almost said like it's a holiday. Happy evening, everybody. Ho ho.
Happy evening.
Good to talk to you guys, and I'll be seeing you guys around, I'm sure, at some point. Yay.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
That was weird and extended. All right.
All right. Well, I'll do mine. Again, not a whole lot going on with me. Of course, I'll probably think of something about 5 minutes after I get off the call. But yeah, we're continuing to move through the semester. Family's doing pretty good. And yeah, that's about all I've got so far. Nothing major on my end.
Nice.
So unfortunately, mine is far less boring than Brian's. But I still love you guys.
Is it far less boring? You're saying Brian was super boring and you're only kind of boring?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Whatever I said and meant.
Yeah.
So, I have been thoroughly enjoying Ahsoka. Continuing to look forward to next week and see what happens. So, yep.
Damn it, I
That's my
gotta
final
watch
thought.
that.
Do what?
I said, damn it, I gotta watch that.
There's only 2 more episodes left before the end of the season.
One of these days, I'll actually watch all these shows that I mean to watch. Maybe.
Well, at some point I'll actually get back into watching Marvel stuff.
Oh yeah, I missed
Won't be
Secret Invasion
today.
too. Damn it.
I haven't watched any Moon Knight was the last thing I actually sat down and watched, aside from Multiverse of Madness. I haven't seen any of the movies since then, and I haven't seen any of the TV shows since Moon Knight.
Dang it, man.
So I'm very far behind in terms of everything. I'm at least a year or two behind
Something
in terms
like
of all
that.
the shows.
At least Moon Knight was really good.
Moon Knight was good. It was very interesting.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, with that, I'm off to bed. You guys all have a wonderful night.
Night, Zerk. And just like that, it's just me and the guy with no internet.
Yeah, that's me. Well, I guess I'm learning more about the house still. Next time we do this, I'll try from downstairs, closer to where the router actually is, and see if that's any better on my poor little old laptop. Old laptop. I know that's probably the main reason I have problems.
Possibly.
Mm-hmm. I think now that we're on our way to settling into the new space, Ashley and I will finally get a new home shared computer that we've been planning on for a while. It'll probably just be another laptop. Those are just easier to manage versus a tower monitor setup. It'll be new, which is something.
Yeah.
I think
not ancient.
Yeah. Non-ancient. I think her old laptop that she still digs out every once in a long while is even older than mine.
So it's made of dust?
Almost.
Good Lord. So is that it for you?
It is.
Fair enough. So, hey, real quick, patreon.com/themanapool. You know the deal by now. Let me go thank our mythic lifeguards: Al, Kimho, Scuzzo, John Parker, Jake Jansons, Beardy Man, Timu Hellas Haru, Jason Kaus, Cody Buckowing, Casey, Jason Doan, ALK Alters, and Andrew Odie. Yay. As for me, I started Sea of Stars, which is really good.
Cool.
I've still only done 2 streams of it because real life has just been kicking me in the ass lately as far as keeping me from streaming. I'm still playing Final Fantasy II Pixel Remaster. Just, I think today, maybe yesterday, the Separate Ways DLC for Resident Evil 4 Remake came out.
Oh, wow.
So I'm very excited to, after I get paid again, because perpetually broke, to pick that up and run through it. I've been missing Resident Evil 4 lately, actually. And at some point soon, I'm going to start Spider-Man Miles Morales, too. Which was it's not exactly a sequel. It's like I think it was originally an expansion, maybe, for Spider-Man on the PS4. I don't know, but it released on Steam as a separate thing, so I have it. I'm very excited to go back into Spider-Man. And even, on Power Wash Simulator, they released a SpongeBob SquarePants DLC pack. No, I'm not kidding. And earlier this month, they announced that their next DLC pack is Back to the Future.
Huh.
And it's a picture of the Power Wash Simulator guy in the pose from Back to the Future that Michael J. Fox was in with the DeLorean next to him. So obviously we're going to clean the DeLorean at some point, but I don't know what the rest of the levels would be. Maybe the clock tower? I don't know. because they haven't said yet. So yeah, that'll be something. And also, for anyone that might still be listening to this, I'm trying to get up a game of Killing Floor 2. Like, with people that I know and trust to, like, play video games with. And, like, I've got a couple people that are in, but you really need, like, between 4 and 6. And thus far, there's only 3 of us. So if you've got Killing Floor 2 on Steam, and you'd be interested in, like, hopping in to play with us, then poke me, because the game is just sort of poorly optimized. Like, no matter how powerful your machine is, you're gonna occasionally chug. And the monetization on it is predatory as all hell. But the gameplay itself is so solid, and I got to thinking about it randomly like a month ago, and it's just been rolling around my head. I miss playing Killing Floor 2 with, like, a crew.
Yeah.
Because it's not like a competitive game like Overwatch where people are going to get super like dickish about it. It's just horde mode.
Okay.
And we always had a lot of fun, but that crew fell apart. So I'm wanting to get a new one. And Killing Floor 3 is coming out sometime soon. They've announced it, but I don't care. Like, I just want to play Killing Floor 2. So yeah, let me know if you want to play Killing Floor 2 with us. It's me and Gothic and Ben, I think, at the moment, are the ones who've said, hey, that sounds good. So yeah, anyway, just thought I'd throw that out there on the off chance anyone listening goes, oh yeah. Because we don't want to play with randos, because randos on the internet are just weird. Like, we've accidentally had games that weren't closed, and, like, randos could hop in, and they would just sort of run off and do their own thing and not be part of the team, and we're like, yeah, that's great. Thanks, buddy. And then they'd show up again at the trader, and we'd be like, hey. And he'd be like, you guys have any money? And we're like, we're not giving you any money, because you weren't with us. Screw you. So I don't think we actually said that out loud to him, but we all shook our heads at him. But anyway, just a last-ditch effort there. But yeah, on that note, I guess we'll be done. So this has been a bizarre... I can't say that on the show. Cluster mess of an episode. So yeah, this has been episode 686 of the Manipool. Hopefully I was able to get the video all... I'm going to have to put the 2 video parts together and re-render them as a single. Oh, it's going to take forever. But oh well. So yeah, I hope you all have a fabulous period of time until we see you again. Come hang out on stream, twitch.tv/themanipool, where I stream stuff. Hopefully I'll be able to get back into it all the time. And yeah. I don't know where I went. So, let us know which of the upcoming sets, other than Final Fantasy, because we know you're all excited about that, or at least a good chunk of you. Other than that one, which of the upcoming future things in Magic has you the most excited? And yeah, do that. So thank you all so very much for joining us, and watch out for sci-fi space operas.